For fast, cheap, and reliable Madden 20 Ultimate Team coins, make sure you guys go check out my sponsor U4GM Coins. Use code Venom at checkout for 5% off. Yo, what's good guys, Venomfire here, back in the video, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a pass coverage that is really underrated, and it's one that actually stops a lot of players. Now this is going to be a pretty simple defense, but the principle is going to work against pretty much every formation, and it's actually going to be very useful. So what I am in right now is going to be the Baltimore Ravens defensive playbook, and the formation I'm going to be running is this 3-3-5. Now 3-3-5 is a formation that really got left in the dark this year. Not a lot of people ran it. Although it is a very good formation, it's a little bit lackluster against the run. There are ways to shoot the run, so it's not completely awful, but for the casual player, it's probably not the best universal defense. But with a lot of people passing late in the year, I wanted to show you guys the defense I like to run from this set. And also one thing you can do is you can put safeties at linebacker. The Cardinals unfortunately don't have too much good safeties, but in Ultimate Team other modes there's going to be some better safeties. So anyways, the defense we're going to be running is this cover 3 sky drop. Just looks like a stock cover 3. You know, we're going to change that with our adjustments, and on offense I'm just going to come out in this just a base, you know, spread type of a play. So here we are, and first things first, what I like to do is I actually like to spread my linebackers. So you guys see they actually move quite a bit when you spread them. Looks like they move, you know, 3-4 yards, and that's going to be good because what I like to do typically is I actually like to man these players up on the slot receivers. So I like to do something like this, and then I'm actually going to be using the guy in the middle. So this is just the base, you know, base first defense. I'm going to be making a little bit more adjustments as we go further in the video, but for, you know, a base defense, this is a pretty good D. You got 2 flat zones, 3 deep zones, and 2 players manned up. You're only rushing 3. So if that's something that you notice, maybe he even gets a chop block off, then you might want to adjust. You can always blitz random people, but like I said, for a base D, this is going to stop a lot of players. So let's just go ahead, snap the ball right here, and you guys see, boom, pretty much everything is going to be covered, and we're going to end up getting that pressure. But the really nice thing is that a lot of people, especially out of spread sets and random sets, they really like those seams, and that's what you want to take away with this defense is the seams. Lots of people like to snap throw streaks, hitches, you know, out routes, all those types of things. So again, I'm just going to press D-pad to the right, left stick up, spread those linebackers, and then I'm just going to completely man them up like this, very simply. And one other thing you could do is you could also crash up. I've noticed that you get a little bit better block sheds doing that. And last but not least, you could also actually press, and I like to shade over the top. So again, that's something that I do as well, just because I like those flat zones down a little bit. Again, let's just go ahead, snap the ball here, boom, everything's going to be covered over the middle. I'm working that deep in route. Obviously, we're waiting on pressure, but if you have good enough pass rushers, you should be able to get some quick pressure. The Cowboys do have a really good O-line, so you can't really blame, you know, these low overall pass rushers besides Chandler Jones for not getting any pressure. But again, the other way that you can actually do this is you can, you know, turn those curl flats into cloud flats. I know a lot of people that like the cloud flats. I actually like the curl flats, but in case they were to put one of those outside receivers on maybe a drag route, then that's a way that you could stop them. Again, obviously, if you pick up on some of his tendencies, maybe he's putting B on like a slant, you could always switch it. You can always man up these players on really whoever you want. If he's pretty much putting A on a useless route, he's putting him on a flat route, you don't want to man that up. You want to maybe switch it up like this. Go ahead, snap that ball, boom. Then my responsibility is to use that post route. But really, it does depend on, you know, what route combos he has and really what he's doing. So here I'm going to try and just go into a couple of random formations, some of the most popular formations. So let's just go into a bunch. So bunch is one of the more interesting ones. What I like to do against bunch is base align press. Now when you do that, you want to move Murphy back a little bit. And now that we're baseline press, I like to again spread my linebackers, but what I do is I actually go ahead, just man up this slot receiver, and then I actually just leave this player right here in a hook curl. Now if your opponent, he's scrambling out every play, you can actually leave the spy and use this player, but typically what I like to do is just go ahead, user him. We got 3 pass rushers. And yeah, so this pretty much everything, should be covered when they're running this. Again, let's snap the ball. I'm just going to lurk this route with Witten, and look at that. Everything is pretty much completely covered. Again, the Cowboys 92 O-line is going to absolutely kill me. But there we go. Finally get some pressure. Again, I have Chandler Jones and I have 2 under 70 overall pass rushers against these 90 plus on the Cowboys O-line. So definitely you should be able to get, I do recommend getting at least 1 pass rush ability at least. But anyways, you guys saw the coverage there was really nice. Nothing really open. Again, let's go do maybe a trips type of a set. And against trips, what I usually do is, again, with my linebacker spread, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to man this player on the slot and man this player on the tight end. So it's going to look like this. Obviously, my responsibility is B, but B is going to be the one that's on, a crossing route, typically. And that's going to be the one that you want to use her anyways. If I manned up a crossing route, it wouldn't be covered anyway, so you might as well stick with this. Again, I could always press if I wanted to and shade over the top just to, intimidate those seams a little bit. Boom, let's go with something like this. Lurk that, and you guys see, there we go, completely bagged. And yeah, this is just a really simple defense. Obviously, if you do catch him, maybe trying to cook up a cover 3 beater, you go ahead, you put those deep halves on your field, and that'll completely take away everything he wants. But overall, this is a very, very good route. Chuck it in coverage. Oh, shoot. If that wasn't pressure and accurate, that would have been a pick. But, it's just a very, very solid defense. Let's try and find another set. Let's go with a under center. So under center, I'll try and show you guys how I like to shoot the run. But basically, the best way to shoot the run, I've noticed, is to actually use this player on the outside, one of the outside players, and you want to sort of cut in. So I kind of want to sit out here a little bit. I'm going to wait for the run, and then I'm going to try and cut in. Again, you guys see, we were able to stop the run pretty well. And sometimes you're not going to be able to shoot it. Obviously, if I wanted that left guard to be taken care of, I might try and shift my line over there and then head into the run. So that's just something, again, that you can do. Obviously, if he's continuing to run the ball to a certain side, you can always shift that way. But again, boom, something like this. The left guard actually pulled really well there. But you guys pretty much get the gist. It's not the best run D, like I said, so if they continue to audible down, it might not be the best. But for just pure passers, and that's what a lot of people are doing anyways, just passing the ball. If you're running the ball in July, then that's pretty lame. But again, let's go to a bunch. Let's try and run, corner routes. Let's try some other stuff. And again, if you notice him, maybe he's throwing delay fades to his tight ends a lot. Something that I could do is just man him up with this player, sort of a cross man. But again, it still works. So even if I run this, I max pro, put him on a delay fade, everything typically should, be covered. Let's try and release him. And boom, we got him manned up. Typically, you should play that. And even that, we were getting some quick pressure, so it's not really too big of an issue. Anyways, the last way that I like to do this, and this is going to be probably the most complicated way, is I like to pretty much, you can actually man everybody up. Now, this is a very risky defense. And actually, you don't have to man everybody up, but what you can do is I can run something like this, where pretty much everybody is manned up. I still have 1 flat zone on the right, so I don't have to defend that, because if I had 0 flat zones, then that would be, a lot for me to take in. But really, the only player I have to watch is B, and I kind of want to watch maybe A on a post, B on a deep post, but everything is a very, very good coverage. Obviously, RB is going to the flats right there. I'm going to go user that, but we get the pressure. And really, if there's no man-beating routes, if they go with a stock 4 verts or something, this is going to be a very, very solid coverage against that. So again, what I like to do is just pretty much cross-man sort of, something like this. Pretty solid. And again, let's say I notice him continue to catch onto a tendency, throw into the flats. This is a great way to defend that. I can turn the left side into a cover 2, and then maybe I defend the middle of the field like this. This is a very solid but risky coverage as well, because then again I can't really use it in the middle of the field. But if they're running something like a 4 verts, then that's not really a worry anyways. We get that tip and we do get that pick. So again, I like to just mix between those coverages. And yeah, it's pretty much going to do it for the video. If you guys enjoyed, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let me know in the comments what videos you would like to see in the future. And peace, I'm out of here.